Good morning, Big Brother fans. It is Tuesday, February 12th. And we are crawling to a finale at this point. As far as news in the Big Brother house, they finally played the power veto yesterday. And Lolo won it. So there had been these tiny little people saying, they might backdoor Lolo before this. Well, that obviously isn't going to happen. I don't think it ever was going to happen, but it was kind of like a little bit of a glimmer of maybe they'll do that. Now, might see CBS try to spin it that Lolo would backdoor Tamar or something, but in the end, Lolo and Tamar are going to have the votes. She's not going to use the power veto. So it'll be Lolo and Tamar deciding who goes between Candy and Dina. If they can't agree, Ricky will break the tie. The sentiment seems to be that this means Candy is going to go. So, I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what Tamar does. If she says, I'm not voting out Candy because I don't want to ruin my, our relationship outside the house. So, you guys Ricky, you be the bad person. You break the tie. That's kind of how I expect it to go. If they want to get rid of Candy. We'll have to see. We will have to see how it falls out on Wednesday. But there's nothing left to do in the house at this point. We're done. House is done. They have nothing left to do. That was the last competition to do before the show. They'll have a meeting, I think, Wednesday live on the show, and then immediately do the vote. The meeting will be pretty much, a 1 minute thing. Then they'll do the vote, and I expect Candy to be evicted. And then they'll have another competition. And the winner of that competition gets to eliminate 2. So that's going to be the stressful part. Because you can look at it. If Dina wins, I have no idea. No idea who Dina would keep or get rid of. I don't know. That would be the most whoa moment. If Ricky wins, well, obviously Dina goes in every other scenario, I think. It's who stays between Lolo, Tamar, and Ricky among the 3. And I just don't know. I would think Lolo and Ricky would keep each other, but I could be wrong. And I don't know who Tamar would take. For sure. Now, could be those of you that are watching the feeds closer than me that think they have these relationships figured out, but I just don't know. I just don't know, and I don't really care as part of it, but that's the way it is. So, that's where we're at. Nothing's going to happen today. There may be talk. There's been a little bit of snippiness. They got into snippiness yesterday or late yesterday morning, arguing over votes. About who's going to, well, they're not going to vote for me. Well, they're not going to vote for me. It was almost like they're saying I should be the one to go. If anybody's thinking about taking someone, you should take me because I'm not going to win, kind of thing. It was not a case of I've got the most votes. It was a case of why they weren't going to get more votes, for the most part. But that's about it. Sorry to be short and sweet and to the point, but that's where we're at. I got nothing to talk about. America's favorite player is continuing. So don't forget your votes. If you haven't voted yet today, you can vote 10 times today. And then from midnight until 9 a.m. Pacific time, or from until noon Eastern time, that's the world I operate in. From midnight Eastern till noon Eastern, you can vote 10 more times. At least I can. I'm not sure how CBS ties that voting in. I know that midnight Eastern time is when I'm allowed to vote again. So right after midnight last night, Eastern, I voted my 10 votes. I will not be able to vote again until midnight tonight. Now, I don't know if you're in Pacific time, if you can start voting at 9 p.m., if that's when your clock resets. I would guess that's the case. I would guess that they don't try to go by your computer's time. They just go by universal time, and so they do it at, 12 Eastern, 9 Pacific, 10 Central, or no, 11 Central and 10 Mountain. Yeah. That's just my guess. And I don't particularly feel like testing that. Well, I could test it. I mean, I could turn my computer clock back an hour, but I don't think they care about your computer clock because that's too easy to mess with. So, 2 more votes, 20 more votes you have if you haven't voted. There are ways to game the system. I don't even know if I haven't even checked to see if anybody can vote or if you have to be a CBS All Access subscriber. I'm thinking anybody can probably vote. You can probably do it on Instagram and Facebook and all those. I just don't even know. I just know what I do. I go to vote.bigbrotherlivefeeds.com because that's my shortcut to get right to the page. And I click on the person that I'm voting for 10 times, and I'm done. So, do that. Give somebody $25,000. That'd be a nice little gift, wouldn't it? Here's $25,000. And, yeah, that's it. All right. Done talking. Have a good Tuesday. And I will talk to you guys tomorrow, where I'll have even less to say about the live feeds, most likely. But I'm grinding through this. We're going to get through it. All right? Talk to you later. Bye-bye.